Hey yo everyone, welcome back! Once again, it is Natara. I am your guide through this morning, this wonderful Friday. You're hopefully almost done, but if you're not done, well, we're just here to hang. We have the ever wonderful DavidTKI is back with us to showcase Quest for Glory. Want to tell us kind of quick intro on this, David?
This is Quest for Glory 1 EGA, kind of the original release, version 1.2, except that I am doing a randomizer of this game. This randomizer came out sometime within the last year. It only works on version 1.2 of Quest for Glory 1. It was developed by runner Reynolds, and I'm currently doing this in DOSBox, but it also works in ScumVM. Um, so yeah, when you start new hero, it will put you straight at the class selection screen. I've got a few different flags on, something that gives me a random assortment of skills. I noticed this time I have gotten minimal strength, intelligence, agility, and weapon use, and only throwing is my skill. I do have a few flag sets on to try to speed up the worst case scenarios. I will get increased experience gain. I will not game over in combat if I enter without a weapon. I can rest at any time. I did have a naming bid war. What do we have on that?
We do have a naming bid war, and I'm so glad you asked. Ba-ba-da-ba. I was too busy watching people be competent in chat, and it made me very happy. So, it is up. We have Silly Clowns are on.
Yeah, silly clowns are always on. Once you turn them on, you can't turn them off.
Love that for us. Except maybe not, but we're doing it.
um, sure. All right. Then I'll go ahead and count us down. Wait a minute. I have to actually.
Actually,
I forgot to assign points.
oh, well, while you're quickly assigning points, I am going to quickly read a donation. We got $50 from Edward Malice saying, less than 3. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I've decided all 50 of my points are going into agility. Agility is a very useful stat that's used in a lot of things, and it's going to make anything else that I train get more experience more quickly. Um,
Yeah, makes sense. Just don't throw the run.
well, there will be plenty of throwing, but it's not going to be for the run.
Love that.
Alright, let's go ahead and get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. Turn the game speed all the way up. So I don't have a tracker on the scene. That's because this randomizer has one built in. I can do Control K and it shows me every single location that I will be able to reach this run. Not all runs are always reachable if you don't have all skills. The shop inventories are randomized. It looks like Zara is selling a flask of Miller Lite. That's completely useless. There's 2 places where you can get water, and one of them is useful and one of them is not. So the not useful place has been renamed to Miller Lite in honor of community member Mr. PR Miller, who frequently resets runs in that place. A gold ring might be useful for getting something else. I do have a second tracker screen with Control J, which is going to tell me what items I might need for my major quests. Save Barnard, save Elsa, banish Baba Yaga. In the vanilla game, you only have to save Elsa, but to keep the randomizer interesting, we have to do all 3 parts of the counter curse. So, the Guildmaster here does give me a quest. This doesn't happen in the vanilla game. Rumor has it that a kobold wizard has taken residence in the valley. I don't know if the rumor is true, but kobolds are bad news. If you find it, take it down. Return once you have completed the task. I'll have a nice reward waiting for you. Good luck. And once you ask him about it, then you'll see that this tracker has been updated to say, hey, his quest is to kill the kobold. One other really useful thing, I'm going to ask about all these shops and see what items they have. That hand mirror and those vegetables might be useful. Your journal updates whenever you ask a shop about what inventory it has, so you don't have to keep track of that. My sphere 0 checks are gonna be stuff like free this fox, go to the mushroom ring. Let's see. In exchange for your kindness, I offer you this sack I found along the side of the road. It contains a troll beard. You may use it as you see fit. Turn-ins to the healer are not affected by this randomizer yet. The throwing skill I'm going to use here to throw it at the nest. You pick up a magic acorn. The magic acorn is one of my required quest items. Let's go on to some of these other Sphere 0 checks because I haven't unlocked anything yet. Get mushroom. As you bend over to pick the mushrooms, you see 9 cheetar claws resting just outside the mushroom ring. I did not go over my inventory. I started with no money, no weapon, no tools, no food, nothing. I only started with this leather armor. Also, I've set a flag to freeze my inventory weight at minus 500, just to not worry about that. The last of the most convenient Sphere 0 checks, the meeps, they have both some green fur and a scroll normally. There's also Sphere 0 checks at Erasmus and Irana's Peace. Hopefully I won't have to go to either of those places just yet. Yeah, I like how some of these descriptions have changed. Within the clump of green fur, you find 10 small apples which you carefully place in your pack. Get scroll. Wrapped within the scroll, you find a dagger, an odd gift from a meep, but you accept it nonetheless. Ah, that's good. That has opened up combat for me. Since I started without a weapon, I didn't have a way to fight anything, but now I can fight stuff. I do have a flag set so that if I got into combat without a weapon, I would have been able to run away just fine, not get an instant game over. I'm going to go ahead and visit Henry the Hermit next, because just tossing rocks at this door, this is the only way I have to get in here, and it gives me just a little bit more throwing experience. He has a check. And alright, ask about scroll. Get scroll. You pick up the scroll, but its weight feels odd. Opening it, you see a crude smiley face drawn and 5 beautiful flowers falls out. Bemused, you accept Henry's gift. The 5 flowers are one of the required items. Hold on, I don't actually have any empty flasks, so I should go and do something about that. Here, give claw, flower, and beard to get money, and what are you selling? A 1 key for 50 silver. There's 2 different keys in game. They've been renamed so that you can distinguish them. A 1 key goes to the Antwerp door. Since I have a little bit of money now, I can go and check Sam the beggar at the alleyway. Here, I found this sack in the garbage last night. I haven't looked inside yet, but I've decided I want you to have it. You open the sack and discover 10 small apples. You add the contents to your backpack. Since I have a weapon now, I'm going to go ahead and head north. There's a few checks up north. The spitting seed. Uh-oh. Another goblin. I always check corpses until I'm certain that I don't need money anymore. Let's go ahead and toss a rock here. Save right before it spits. You can save scum this. It's random difficulty, and throwing is one of the worst skills to do for this. It's one of the fastest, but also one of the worst. With a throwing of 37, your chance of success is 27%. But the spitting seed only had a piece of paper, which is an indication that the game would have rolled a spell there, but I don't know magic, so instead it has been renamed to piece of paper. One of the things that freezing inventory weight at minus 500 has done is made combat significantly easier for me. My defense is maximum. As you admire the variety of the sweet-smelling flowers, you find 50 gold among them. You place it in your pack. Let's go ahead and sip a healing potion because I took a little bit of damage in combat. With inventory weight at minus 500, enemies have the smallest hit chance on you, only a 5% chance to hit. But they can still hurt sometimes. Ow. They can hit you. But with agility at maximum, my weapon use should be going up rapidly. The ogre's got a chest on him. Pry box. The dead ogre's chest contains a suit of chainmail, which you take and put away. No food yet. Was somebody selling rations? No. But Zara does have a gold ring, so I'll go ahead and check that out. But I'm beginning to think that I might have to wander around at night and fight stuff at night. Go ahead and give me the ring. This is the healer's ring that you can turn into the healer for a reward. So, in the base game, it's 6 gold and 2 healing potions. Give ring. Oh, thank you for finding my ring. How I've missed this. Here, please take a troll beard for your reward. Okay, why don't I give it back to you then? Mid-afternoon. Night is still young. The being able to rest at any time flag is really useful for just passing time quickly. So, trolls prior to 1000 experience only show up in this region of the map. I do have some checks for... where is it? Troll's Beard. Also Cheetar Claws. 1 in 5 chance here. Here we go. Here's a troll. Even though my defense is maximum right now, combat isn't always free. Some of these fights can still be dangerous until you've trained up a bit. Increased experience gain is going to help a lot. I see a question in chat. Does the randomizer work for the VGA version? At this time, no, but it has been requested, and we might see it someday. Right now, the randomizer only works on version 1.2 of the EGA version. Fairy Dust. So this is a check. You need an empty flask for this check, and luckily I have at least 2 Fairy Dusts. We'll go ahead and take some of this. As the flask fills with fairy dust, it shimmers and takes on a new form, a handful of green fur. I do see some comments in chat about having apples and that not counting as food. The apples are only for the check for Bragi, because he wants 50 small apples. Otherwise, apples are not useful for anything else. You wrench the mandrake plant free from the tombstone on which it has grown. Attached to the root of the plant, you discover 10 small apples. Oh, I accidentally went to the fairies again. I gotta dance again. Okay, let's bore them and then go away. I'm going to try and see if I can find a cheetar on this night. And that's largely just to make sure my combat skills end up as high as they can be. Because I'm beginning to think that I need to check Fred and Toro, and they are very difficult fights. Fred more so. Fred himself is a troll, and his beard is a separate check from regular trolls, but Fred is a lot tougher than an ordinary troll, and you can't run away from him to refresh your hit points if you get into a bad spot with his fight. Cheetars are pretty dangerous too. They attack rapidly, and that's going to get past your 5% hit chance a lot. Get Claw. All of the Cheetar's claws have been broken off or damaged, but upon closer inspection, you do find 6 gold and 2 healing potions hidden on the corpse. I'm starting to rapidly go through a lot of these checks. So let's go ahead and sleep until morning, add a Rana's Piece to fully restore my stats, and then... yeah, yeah, I think I have to do... Vitality's 54, not high enough yet. Yeah, I'll go and see if I can take on Fred. I might not be able to, because Fred is really tough. But I do have a 1 key here, but I do not have the... That's right, I don't have the key yet. Sometimes with these randomizers, you forget what all you've gotten. The only tracker I have is the in-game ones. Okay, healer, give me a key. And then let's go use it. But the Antwerp did a little damage to me. I'm not at full health. Let's rest for 60 minutes. Again. Good. Okay. Use key, get rock, and then see if we can take on Fred. I did safety save here. The increased experience rate, my 50 in agility, they should help here. Agility is an important factor in combat. It makes up 1/4 of your weapon accuracy, but it also helps weapon use train really quickly. Come on, Fred. Be nice. Okay, we can take on Fred. If you can take on Fred, you can take on anything. Fred had 5 gold and 30 silver. You dig around in the pile until the odor almost makes you sick. You find a flask of fairy dust. That's a required item. In fact... Here, let's go ahead and sip the healing potion. And then see what Toro's got. Safety save. Usually, if you can beat Fred, you can beat Toro. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and... yeah, I see some comments in chat. I seem to remember the fairies can dance you to death. Yes, they can. So you gotta be very careful with fairies. Don't mess with fairies. Alright, Toro, what you got? Seek body. The Minotaur's flail looks peculiar. You pick it up and examine it closely. Cleverly concealed in the flail, you find a flask of flying water. That means I've got almost all the items I need for the Dispel Potion, but actually I do have all the items I need, except I can't turn them in until I actually learn the recipe, so I need one more item for that part of the counter curse. Vitality is 66, so I can go ahead and do this little thing now that has been added to the randomizer. What do you want? I want the Dragon's Breath. The bartender is emphatic as he tells you, if you want a mug of Dragon's Breath, house rules say it'll have to be cash up front. Thanks, buddy. Hey, Crusher, our friend here wants Dragon's Breath. There you go. You've never tasted anything like it before. You feel your insides begin to burn. It feels like you're drinking liquid hot magma. Just when you feel like you're about to faint, you reach the bottom of the mug. You've done it. You survived the Dragon's Breath. This is randomizer only. Wow, I gotta say, I'm impressed. I've never seen anyone manage to stomach that before, except for Crusher, of course. Here, take this. The bartender reaches under the counter and pulls out a piece of paper. You've got my respect, pal. That was useless. Quick, wash it out with Miller Lite. No, Miller Lite's not good for anything, Lemming. What is available to me right now? How many apples do I have? 30? Okay, I can try to use these vegetables for something. The vegetables won't count as food for bear purposes, but I can feed them to the merchant in the inn here to get something. So, give me... What do you have for vegetables? Kindness overwhelms me. I lost almost everything to the brigands, but they did not find everything. To you, I give the last of my treasure. Abdullah reaches under his turban and pulls out a piece of paper. Yeah, pieces of paper are an indication that a spell would have rolled there, but I don't know magic. So, okay, vegetables are useless this time. I guess I'm going to go to Erasmus now. Surely there's something here. I'm running out of places to check. In fact, this might be the last one. What is my name? Oh, what is my name? It is Silly Clowns Are On. Who do you seek here? Fenris. Whose spell protects the town? Urana. So a check was added to Erasmus just for visiting him. In earlier iterations of the randomizer, he only gave you something for winning at Mage's Maze, but nobody ever came here for Mage's Maze unless they absolutely had to. So Erasmus now has an additional check. Did I check the waterfall in Lake Miller yet? No, I did not. That's a good call-out. Okay, it is a customary practice for resident wizards to offer a gift to adventurers who arrive in their domain. Must be called a practice because you're still not very good at it. Well, when was the last time you gave someone a present, Fenris? Don't I gift you with my presents every day? You present a challenge for a wizard's patience, that's for certain. So you're saying that my patient presence is a present to your patience. Anyway, at least I haven't forgotten to present a gift this time. May this help you on your quest. You accept Erasmus's gift of a mandrake root. Okay. No, I don't want that. A mandrake root used to be required for Baba Yaga in earlier versions of the randomizer. It's not required anymore, but I still hope I don't have to give it. Get water. As you fill the flask, it slips from your fingers and gets pulled downstream. Curses! But just then, you notice something else in the lake bed. 2 healing potions. Okay, surely this other check has something. But just then, you notice something else in the riverbed. A Spirea seed. Fascinating. So, yeah, that means that I have gotten all the items I need for Save Elsa before I've gotten any of the items for any other quest. That doesn't happen very often. But I need to go ahead and turn it in. She will give me the Dispel Potion recipe, and then get an acorn. You pick up the acorn. Cracking it open, you discover the Dryad's gift of a flask of undead unguent. The undead unguent can be a requirement for getting the mandrake root from the graveyard, but if you have expert logic on, which I do, then it will pretty much only give you a empty flask. So that undead unguent, not something I need, but I'm running low on stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check Elsa's desk because progression must be there somewhere. That's a location that I almost never check. Strength 62. Okay, I have more than enough strength to go ahead and plop. I did grab the Dispel Potion, right? Yeah, I grabbed the Dispel Potion. The Brigand Fortress doesn't change very much from the base game here. The puzzle solutions here will be the same. Use chair candle. I have not gone over what I do with the parser at all. Just all of that is instinctual at this point. Just gonna drive Yorick away here, move on, get through this maze. If I was on 1.0, then it would actually be possible to run over these gaps, but since this is 1.2, no dice. So, Elsa has 2 items on her desk, which I'm going to try and grab at least one of them. Get mirror. You pick up the mirror, but it slips from your fingers and shatters on the ground. However, you discover 6 toadstools that was hiding under the mirror. She's also got potions on her desk, and she says there are potions there. Get potion. Looks like Elsa was lying to you. The potions are merely flasks of ale, but you do spot 5 food rations behind the flasks, so you take that instead. And that's perfect. Food rations are one of the items I need for saving Barnard. Why do I need food rations for that? Well, oh dear, that's a Saurus Rex. Saurus Rex is a tough battle that appears once you have 1,000 experience points. It is possible for the Guildmaster to give you a quest to kill Saurus Rex, which is the primary reason I have given myself increased experience gain, because Saurus Rex doesn't appear until you have 1,000 experience. But now I have to be safety saving as I go through this forest, because Saurus Rex is nearly impossible to run away from. It moves faster than you do, so if you see one, you're not leaving until one of you is dead. So there's a bear in a cave here. Hey, shoutouts to Lumbearjack. But you can't do anything with this bear until you calm it down, either with the calm spell or by feeding it some of your food rations. I do not have the glowing key right now, so I'm not going to be able to free the bear. There's 3 items in here, and I'm going to wake up the kobold when I enter here, so I'll go ahead and fight it. Since I've done so much fighting already, I should be tough enough to take it on. Sip healing potions just to make sure that I don't die from all this damage that I'm taking. Get key. You take the kobold's glowing key, it transforms in your hand and becomes an empty flask. Okay, get the toadstools. The mushrooms shimmer as the illusion fades, and in their place you see 10 gold and 60 silver. You just bumped into something in the floor. Get on. You add a piece of... Oh no, that's not good. Okay, there's not very many places left to check. So, uh-oh. That's... Oh, I got away from Saurus Rex. I can't believe it. Running down a screen always gets you away from a Saurus or a Saurus Rex, so... Can't believe I pulled that off, but I really hope the Guildmaster has something for me here. So you've completed the task, have you? Excellent work. Here, please accept this reward along with my gratitude. The Guildmaster gives you a glowing key. You thank him and accept the reward. Okay, perfect. Is there a glowing gem and a hand mirror? Yes. Wait, where are they? Okay. Glowing gem is right here. And then, get in here, hero. Mirror. Here you are, and that is go mode. I have all of the major quest items. So, you know what? I'm going to... No. Baba Yaga will not skip to her last thing unless she's the last quest. So, let's go ahead and free the bear. Just run away from these things. Get over there. Let's see, is the bear still calm? No. I have to feed him another ration. Use key. That is actually the Baron's disappeared son, Barnard, who is unbearable. Completely unbearable. And so that leaves us with our final quest of completing the counter curse, which is to drive Baba Yaga from the land. So we're going to be coming up on time pretty shortly here. Give gem. Again, the Mandrake route used to be required for earlier versions, but if Baba Yaga is the last quest that you do and you have everything you need to deal with her, then you can just go in, hold up the mirror, and then she's going to turn herself into a frog. On accident, of course. I usually call time when the screen fades to black and the ending plays out, just because any one of the 3 quests could get you there, and time. So yeah, that was the Quest for Glory 1 randomizer.
That was so cool. I won't lie, I didn't realize it was a randomizer. So watching it, I'm like, I love randomizers. It just goes to show you can have a randomizer of any game and probably should.
Yeah, we when this randomizer came out, we were playing it a lot, and we're not seeing as much activity recently, but it's a really cool randomizer. Just I should play it more. It's so good. It is pretty fast though. At least for me. I usually beat mine in about 20 to 25 minutes, but I'm on the faster end there.
Right. And where would folks find this randomizer if they were interested in playing it?
It's on Reynald's GitHub page. Am I able to post links in chat?
No, if you're not a mod, but you can DM it, you can whisper me or post it in Discord and I can post it in chat.
Here, let me... That's not the correct link. This is the correct link. Oh wait, is Twitch chat a good place for that, or should I do Discord DM?
No, where you sent it's perfect. I see it. I'm gonna post it in Twitch chat for everyone. Blam!
There we go. Yeah, that's where you get the Quest for Glory 1 randomizer. It works by using Sierra's patching system. So what it's going to do when you generate a seed is it's just going to generate a bunch of script files, but it can also clean up after itself and give you the vanilla game again.
That's super cool. I love it when games can do that. Well, before we clue up here, I'm just going to quickly talk about some of our upcoming donations. We do have our run of Ultima 6 coming up next, and there is still a Sprite bid war active. Currently in the lead is Boat with $14. Following up behind is Zelda 2 Fairy with $5. So need about $10 in order to overtake the Boat. We also have options for Spider, Ultima 3 Skeleton, and Super Mario World Boo. But let us not forget that Dragon Quest is coming up after that. And we want to rescue the princess, but we're going to need another $140 in order to do that. Otherwise, the princess is going to stay in her cave alone and afraid. And we don't want that. We want to save her. So please help us. Please help us help her. And with that, do you have any last things you want to say before we move on, David?
I just want to go ahead and thank Reynald for developing this randomizer. I've spent so much time playing it and had so much fun with it. Yeah, thank you so much for that. And I also want to shout out a few Quest for Glory community members that have shown up in chat to help support me. Lemming Runs, Santa Claus 586, Brother the Drummer, thank you all for coming out to support me. By the way, if any of y'all have ever seen One Short Eye's King's Quest 3 speedrun video, Santa Claus 586 in chat, that's the guy.
Nice. That's super cool. Well, thank you so much for this, and everyone stick around. We have Ultima 6 next, the False Prophet, and we want to see this. This is where the fun times are. See you again soon.